Mikey, we need to talk about Caitlin Clark. Let's you and me talk about Caitlin Clark since you refuse to talk about Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid.
Wilson has just dropped its latest commercial for Caitlin Clark's signature basketball line, and it's nothing short of a cinematic masterpiece. If Caitlin on the court is poetry in motion, this ad is her visual mixtape. Dynamic, captivating, and full of energy. Fans aren't just impressed, they're electrified. In under a minute, Wilson perfectly captures the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, her impact, her story, her connection to fans, and clearly shows why she's the undisputed face of women's basketball.
I don't think you could have a more perfect, a more perfect promotion campaign for anyone as what Wilson are just doing for Caitlin Clark. It's been legitimately perfect.
But the magic extends far beyond the marketing. The balls themselves are true masterpieces of storytelling. Every detail of the design screams Caitlin Clark, with a level of care and customization that indicates Wilson wasn't just crafting a product. They're forging a legacy. I'll dive into all the jaw-dropping details shortly, but here's the headline. Caitlin Clark has just become only the second basketball player in history to earn an entire Wilson signature line. The first? None other than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. No pressure.
Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
And that's where the conversation takes a sharp turn. When fans saw this announcement, a common thought echoed across social media. How is Caitlin Clark, the most talked about, Googled, followed, and watched female athlete in the world, still without her own signature shoe? It's baffling. It's bonkers. It's Nike-level baffling.
We need to talk about Caitlin Clark. Let's you and me talk about Caitlin Clark since you refuse to talk about Caitlin.
Well, a Nike insider may have finally spilled the tea. And if what they're saying is true, the explanation isn't just disappointing. It's downright infuriating, especially when you compare it to what Wilson just achieved with flair, precision, and genuine respect.
Making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson, she also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
Now, let's shift focus back to Wilson, because while Nike's out there fumbling, Wilson is delivering a masterclass. They've been riding with Caitlin from day one. Her first signature line last year was a massive hit. More than just a product launch, it was a cultural phenomenon. And just to be clear, Michael Jordan is the only other basketball legend to receive this level of treatment from Wilson. This year, they didn't just repeat the success, they elevated it. Wilson and Caitlin didn't simply slap a name on a ball. They created 4 distinct basketballs, each bursting with personality, purpose, and jaw-dropping attention to detail. It's a true showcase of craftsmanship and respect for her game.
Welcoming Caitlin to the Wilson Design Lab set today as we take a look behind the scenes at the product line that we've created, phase 2 of the Caitlin Clark product line.
Let's get into it.
Let's dive into the Aspire ball. At first glance, it's minimal, simple, gray, sleek, and refined. But as sunlight hits it, everything changes. Suddenly, glowing in fever red, messages emerge. Dream big, keep going, and most touching of all, you're going to be amazing because you are amazing. That last line is straight from Caitlin's pre-game ritual, her personal mantra she shares with Aaliyah Boston before every game. This isn't just branding, it's real storytelling, a heartfelt message woven directly into the design.
So we'll go through the Aspire. So this is using a reasonably newer technology of ours, the UV technology. So the pattern that it actually reveals is different positive affirmations for the athletes who are actually taking it outside to play with it.
It's all about the details. Wow, that's awesome.
Next, we have the Envision ball. Designed for outdoor play, it features what initially looks like a trippy maze design. But look closer. Those twists and turns subtly spell out dream big, repeated over and over. It's like motivational graffiti etched onto a basketball, inspiring and creative all at once. And finally, let's talk about the Oasis ball. Dipped in Caitlin's favorite shade of light blue, it's more than just a color. One of the panels offers a bird's-eye view of a golf course, a nod to Caitlin's passion for golfing. It's a clever, stylish way to connect her off-court love for the game with her on-court excellence, blending her passions into her game story beautifully.
He says,
I will say, this is my favorite from just seeing it at first glance.
the pattern is a bit of an abstract illustration of what water looks like. And then also you're seeing the fairway, the greens, that's also kind of interspersed in the pattern too.
It's amazing. It's hard to pick a favorite ball, but this is going to be up there with it.
Yeah.
And finally, the crown jewel, the Embrace Ball. Crafted with regulation-ready EVONXT quality, it's built for serious gameplay. League rules kept the flashy design in check, but Wilson still worked their magic. Around the air hole and subtly tucked inside the Wilson logo is a gentle sunburst pattern in Caitlin's signature light blue. But it doesn't stop there. That design is actually a decibel meter made from authentic crowd noise recorded during a feverish game, literally capturing fan energy and embedding it into the ball. That's true innovation, turning fan passion into a physical, unforgettable part of the game.
So we're going to cover this one next. We're running some data during one of your Fever home games. It would kind of track noise and sound whenever you would make a play. How do we take that theme and put it into a design? Well, it was a little bit of a scientific
Now this is cool. People need to listen to this. This is a high quality basketball. This is what the real hoopers use in the gym. This one. Can't pick a favorite, they're all amazing.
Wilson could have simply stopped at the design, already delivering excellence, but then they took it a step further with the commercial. Visually stunning, emotionally resonant, and unmistakably Caitlin. No gimmicks, no fluff, just pure hoop, heart, and hustle showcased in every frame. It's a powerful reminder of why she's the face of the sport and how Wilson continues to redefine player branding with authenticity and artistry.
Chance of defense by the Clarks fans. 6th on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three.
Feet on the hardwood, basketball in hand, guiding you, inspiring you, working on the player you dream to be. Because the ball will always bring you back to your favorite place. Calm, focused, and confident. To the place all roads lead, the game of basketball.
Which brings us to the elephant in the sneaker closet, Nike. How is it that Wilson is setting the gold standard for signature athlete gear while Nike, the supposed king of basketball culture, is still dragging its feet? Insider sources suggest delays caused by internal hesitation, bureaucratic red tape, and a touch of old-school corporate doubt. Apparently, Nike didn't anticipate Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise so quickly. That's a major problem. With Caitlin, you don't wait to believe. You act, you invest, you elevate. Wilson understood the assignment immediately. Nike, meanwhile, is still trying to figure out the syllabus. What Wilson got right, and what Nike keeps missing, is that Caitlin Clark's appeal isn't complicated. She's a baller, possessing range, vision, leadership, swagger, and she fills seats. There's no need for a fancy reinvention. Celebrate her love for the game, spotlight her raw talent, and let her do what she does best. That's how you build a legacy.
Their way to promote Caitlin Clark. She doesn't need any promotion of pre-game fits. There doesn't need to be any even a Nike terrible promotion is you can't win, so win, while ignoring her. You don't need to see, there doesn't need to be any of that crap. There doesn't need to be any bells and whistles. All you have to do is...
That's the magic of Caitlin. She's not out here trying to sell a brand. She is the brand. Authentic, intense, and genuinely joyful. Watch her on the court, and it's like pure serotonin. She's not chasing viral moments. They happen organically because she's just that good. Even her collaborations are must-watch events. Take her recent link-up with Dude Perfect, an unexpected crossover that just works. It's raw talent meeting genuine fun, and that's what makes her stand out in a sea of hype.
Out a three-pointer's distance behind the goal. We'll call it the -3. Hey, yo, it's okay. Come on. Oh!
This is the bounce back.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's so good. That's so good.
Millions of views, endless engagement, and not a single gimmick in sight. Just Caitlin being Caitlin. Dead-eye shots, contagious energy, and an authentic connection with fans. Then, in her recent media interview, she opened up about her injury. What did she miss most? Not the spotlight, the attention, or the hype. It was the game, the grind. That's who she is. Wired to win, built to improve, always chasing the next level. That genuine dedication is what elevates her beyond mere stardom.
I think at times the hardest part is just not being able to be involved in practice. I love practice. Not a ton of people always enjoy coming to practice every single day, but that's something I really enjoy. I really enjoy coming out here and competing every single day with my teammates. That's probably honestly what I miss most. Obviously I miss the games. That goes for anybody that's ever hurt, but I love practice. I love getting...
Stephanie White, the Fever's head coach, nailed it. When training camp started, she didn't focus on Caitlin's endorsements or social media buzz. She spoke about her fire, her prep, her hunger. Caitlin Clark shows up every day like it's Game 7, no matter the stakes. That's why her fans adore her. That's why she's become the face of this league. For anyone paying attention, this is the ultimate mic drop on the tired old narrative that Caitlin was handed fame on a silver platter. Spoiler alert, she earned every bit of it. This wasn't a fast-tracked popularity contest. It was built on tireless effort, unwavering consistency, and an authentic love for the game. We'll get into how Nike fits into this mess soon, but first, let's hear from a legend, Hall of Famer Cynthia Cooper, who summed it up perfectly.
A word to describe Caitlin Clark.
Amazing. A beast. She is the truth. And I mean, she's the truth, and she was a rookie. Right?
Yeah.
Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty.
Yeah, very crafty.
Crafty. So sometimes she look like she's coming off for a three-point shot and she backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass. She can shoot. Man, she is a complete.
Wilson didn't just release a product. They captured Caitlin's spirit, both as a player and a person. The result isn't just stylish. It's downright inspirational. It tells her story, embodies her drive, and resonates deeply with fans. Now contrast that with the brand that should be all over this, Nike. Honestly, if anyone deserves to have her own sneaker line by now, it's Caitlin Clark. Her charisma, her followings, her undeniable gravity. She's got MJ-level influence in the making. So where are the Caitlin Kate Force sneakers? Because when you compare Wilson's meticulously crafted masterpiece to Nike's total radio silence, it's enough to make your head scratch. Sure, we've heard whispers about a shoe coming eventually, but come on. Michael Jordan had his signature kicks in year 1. LeBron too. When Nike recognizes a transcendent star, they usually sprint, not crawl. Delaying this move makes absolutely no business sense. And let's be honest, Nike isn't dumb. So, what's really going on? Well, we might finally be close to an answer.
He seems to be continuing to fumble the bag when it comes to Caitlin. She still doesn't have a signature shoe. The merch is very limited that they put out for Caitlin Clark, and a lot of fans are wondering.
Enter Jordan Rogers, a seasoned Nike marketing insider with 15 years of experience, who just dropped some serious insight. And what he revealed? Yeah, it's maddening.
I want to show you two different charts here. One, your stock price since 2021. It is down nearly 60%. Your executives and the people who are making these decisions, their stock options are worthless. Meanwhile, you have the single biggest needle mover in all of American sports since Michael Jordan, and you have somehow convinced yourself that you need to slow.
Nike isn't exactly crushing it in the sales department right now. The classic Jordans and well-established icons, they're not flying off shelves like they used to. The brand needs fresh fire, something with genuine cultural impact. Caitlin Clark is right there, like a walking cash register. Yet Nikes act like they're still reviewing her application. Why is the most buzzed-about athlete in the country being slowly ushered into the spotlight? It's a question that just deepens the mystery of what's really holding them back.
I'm so confused as to how you would be so invested in the WNBA for several years, and you have been doing great work to try to elevate and uplift that league and many of the athletes there. But this seems like you have convinced yourself that this needs to be an either-or conversation. And we never have an either-or conversation in the men's sports. You have like 10 signature athletes. Half of them don't deserve a signature.
Did you catch the subtle nod to Asia Wilson's A1 sneakers in the clip Rogers posted? That wasn't accidental. And let's not forget how Nike completely ghosted Caitlin's Iowa homecoming game against Brazil. A massive event not just for Caitlin, but for the entire WNBA. 15,000 tickets vanished in minutes, and the game drew 1.3 million TV viewers for an exhibition. Yet Nike remained silent. No shout-out, no tweet, not even a lazy repost. The silence was so deafening that Caitlin's own boyfriend had to publicly call Nike out by reposting a tweet. It's clear they're missing the bigger picture. So, what's really going on behind the scenes?
And I don't know if you saw, but her boyfriend on his page reposted this, which I guess it could have been an accident, but I'm going to assume, y'all don't got internet or what? That's because apparently Nike didn't say anything. They were radio.
Angel Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
Her shoe launch just coincidentally dropped days after Caitlin's huge homecoming game. Now, the theory that Nike silenced Caitlin to avoid overshadowing A-Jaw isn't just speculation anymore. It's starting to look like the real story.
Tagline in that was "You can't win, so win." One of the best explanations I can come up with is that you are wringing your hands and afraid to enter into this politically divisive conversation that has been co-opted by the media and pundits who are race baiting and doing all kinds of ridiculous things around women's basketball. You can't win, so win. You have the unicorn, the chosen one, the one who everyone wants to hear from, and you were just sitting around Gatorade, State Farm, Gainbridge, Wilson Basketball, have all figured out how to have a point of view with Caitlin Clark. Please, for the love of God, figure.
Here's the brutal reality. The same internal politics that are holding back Caitlin's promotional momentum in the WNBA are now bleeding into Nike's strategy. The disconnect is apparent, and no one has called it out more clearly than Stephen A. Smith. He peeled back the layers and explained exactly why this is a massive generational miss. Missed opportunities fueled by hesitation, internal agendas, and a failure to recognize a true star when she's right in front of them.
I have a lot of folks that have come to the defense of numerous WNBA players because they were pointing out, like, this has been going on before long and people are not hating on her. It's not about hating on her. It's that you feel she is getting a level of attention that you deserved and you warranted long before she ever came up.
There's an undeniable sense of entitlement circulating in certain WNBA circles, mixed with a fog of jealousy towards Caitlin Clark. And to be fair, it's not purely personal. Most players, legends, analysts, and fans genuinely respect her incredible talent. She's earned that admiration through hard work and undeniable skill. But alongside that respect, there's an unmistakable undercurrent of resentment. So strong it's as if the league itself is hesitant to fully ride her wave. Rather than embracing what Caitlin has built and what she represents, they seem to be pulling back, afraid of overshadowing or eclipsing others' legacies. It's a strange dynamic that's holding back the league's true potential.
Then, Kobe came along, there was resentment. I mean, the list goes on and on. It happens. So to me, there's nothing wrong with the resentment that you may feel towards what she represents. It's actually good because it provokes a level of hostility, which elevates the competitive fervor, and y'all go out there and compete and everybody gets paid. But unfortunately, you almost feel like you have some folks within the WNBA that wishes that would rather not be in a very fruitful position because of their resentment towards her. And they won't admit it, but I've been talking about it for...
And guess what? Nike is doing the same thing. They're sitting on a marketing goldmine, playing it cautiously, as if they're waiting for everyone else to go first. That hesitation might be why we won't see Caitlin's shoe until 2026. They're trying to give Ajaw's line some space to breathe. Let sales grow before the inevitable Caitlin wave hits hard, because once Caitlin's kicks drop, it's game over. Her shoe won't just top WNBA charts. It's set to rival the biggest basketball shoes worldwide. And it won't just be hardcore fans lining up. It'll be the general public, sports dads, little girls in driveway pickup games, sneakerheads, everyone. So yeah, it's starting to smell like ego and politics are steering the ship and heading in the wrong direction. Instead of seizing the moment, they're leaving millions on the table.
She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this is Tiger in the tour. This isn't even Jordan. This is totally...
And make no mistake, this cautious approach could be costing everyone involved. Every time Caitlin lights up the sports world, she elevates the entire WNBA, bringing more attention, more fans, more revenue. Everyone wins. Teams, sponsors, teammates. But slowing down her momentum just to save face does more harm than good. It's been projected that Caitlin Clark could be worth $1 billion to the league in 2025. $1 billion. That's not just hype, that's real economic impact. And history shows what happens when she's not on the court. Ticket prices plummet, viewership drops. Remember that game against the Sky? Fever tickets were going for as low as $3, barely more than a movie ticket. That's the Caitlin effect, or more accurately, the lack of the Caitlin effect. When she's not shining, the league's health suffers. It's a reminder that her presence isn't just entertainment. It's the heartbeat of the WNBA's future.
People want to buy Caitlin Clark things, and they especially want to buy Caitlin Clark Nike things. Why is Nike continuing to wait so long into her WNBA career when you could have put something out last year and it would have sold out? It doesn't make much sense.
And the sad part is, Wilson's campaign shows what could be: precision, storytelling, pure basketball joy. It's everything fans crave. No messy politics, no awkward silence, just genuine respect and celebration. But instead of capitalizing on that energy right now, especially during a CBA year, the WNBA and Nike are stuck in limbo. Meanwhile, their so-called breakout star, Angel Reese, is trending. Not for breaking ankles or buzzer beaters, but for missed layups and cringe-worthy clips. She's becoming a meme factory, caught in a cycle of missed opportunities and missteps, instead of leading the charge and uplifting the league's brand. It's a painful contrast, what could be and what currently is.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it! Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What? Bang!
And let's be clear, this isn't about tearing Angel down, but about highlighting a clear mismatch in strategy. While Caitlyn is sidelined with an injury, she remains more relevant, more viral, and more influential than the players actually on the court. So, when a team elevates another player as a rival to Caitlyn, and all the internet sees are bricks and block shots, something's not adding up. Those viral clips don't showcase dominance. They expose missed fundamentals. Meanwhile, Angel already has her own shoe deal with Reebok. It's a stark reminder that the focus should be on development and real impact, not just hype and surface-level stories. Because if the goal is to grow the league's reach and credibility, that is what truly matters.
Diabolical stat, she's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Dang! She should work in housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. To mention no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that.
And here we stand. Wilson acted boldly, showcasing creativity and seizing the moment, while the league and Nike played it safe, stuck in pride and hesitation. The reality is clear. Caitlin Clark is a generational talent, yet she's caught in marketing limbo, as the industry tiptoes around optics instead of fully embracing what's possible. Remember, this isn't a zero-sum game. Her success doesn't take away from others. It lifts the entire league to new heights. So, why fight against the current? It's time for both the WNBA and Nike to stop overthinking and start asking the critical question, how do we sustain this momentum? Because if they don't wake up soon, they're not just leaving money on the table, they're giving someone else the opening to do it better. Wilson saw the opportunity, believed in the star, and delivered. Nike, the iconic brand that's known for taking risks, is standing still and second-guessing. That change needs to happen now. Stop playing politics, start playing to win. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Click the video on your screen. I'll see you in the next one.